Alrighty, YouTube, Niner Empire, what is going down? Welcome back to another video here. So, NFL honors obviously kicked off tonight, and obviously they named, Defense Player of the Year, Rookies of the Year, MVPs, the whole 9 yards. And as expected, Christian McCaffrey has been named NFL Offensive Player of the Year for the 2023-2024 season. Again, very expected. Like, there was nobody better skill position-wise this year than Christian McCaffrey. He beat out Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, Dak, and MVP Lamar Jackson to win his first ever Offensive Player of the Year. As far as McCaffrey goes, though, again, like, nobody better. He led the NFL in rushing yards with 1,459. The closest was Derrick Henry, roughly 300 yards behind him with 1,100. He had 2,023 total yards from scrimmage, which also topped the NFL, and he obviously had 21 total touchdowns, which he was tied with actually Raheem Mostert for the most in the league with that. But nobody's more diverse in the NFL than McCaffrey. Again, nobody more deserving than McCaffrey of this award. Obviously, acquiring him in a trade last year from Carolina was probably the greatest thing that could have happened to the 49ers, because the way that he has played the game and the way that he has, been as a player, not only really as a player but as a locker room figure, it's probably one of the greatest trades that the 49ers have ever pulled off. Obviously, McCaffrey's got, other hardware on his mind, though. Obviously, Super Bowl's in 3 days here, but again, nobody more deserving. The best player probably in the NFL in totality. I definitely think Christian McCaffrey could have won the MVP. Like, it wouldn't have been wrong to give McCaffrey the MVP for, what he's did this year. But again, Lamar had a good year. I'm not taking anything away from him, and I get it's a quarterback award, but McCaffrey could have very well won MVP as well, but we know how it goes with the disrespect to running backs and really all positions not named quarterback. But not only that, but another crazy stat with McCaffrey is he scored at least one touchdown in 13 of the 16 games that he played, which is absolutely mind-boggling. He tied the franchise record for most touchdowns consecutive in a single season ever. I guess in 49ers history. Multiple records McCaffrey broke this year. I think one of his best games was easily I believe it was week 2 when he played against Arizona. I had him in fantasy football this year, and I believe he put up a 50 bomb in the week 2 game versus Arizona. He just played out of his mind. I mean, he was doing it all in the receiving game and in the rushing game. The guy's a beast. He's by far the best running back in the NFL, but I'm sure this wasn't, the hardware that Christian McCaffrey's going to be satisfied with. Again, they've got one more game to play. They got one more win to be crowned world champions. But what a year for McCaffrey for winning the Offensive Player of the Year award and potentially being crowned a Super Bowl champion. So, one more game to go. Congrats to Christian McCaffrey. Shout out to McCaffrey. We are definitely not in the Super Bowl without Christian McCaffrey and what he's done this year. So, again, the best running back in the league, without a doubt. And, again, I think when it comes to McCaffrey, greatest trade probably ever in history of the NFL. I mean, for what the Niners gave up and for the production that he's, kind of gave us, slim to none, one of the greatest trades ever. So, shout out Christian McCaffrey, the best running back in all of football. Nobody else more deserving of the Offensive Player of the Year. And again, obviously, good luck to him in the Super Bowl. I can guarantee you this guy's going to be put to work like no other on Sunday. It's going to be one of the keys to win the game. Shout out McCaffrey. guy's a robot, guy's a freak, and he's the offensive player of the year. So obviously let me know your guys' thoughts of McCaffrey winning offensive player of the year. But yeah, as always, go Niners. 3 days away from Super Bowl 58. Cannot come here quick enough. Yeah, big weekend for McCaffrey. Big weekend for us Niners fans. One more win away from a Super Bowl win, but always good to see guys like McCaffrey, win awards like the Offensive Player of the Year.